Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me come a little closer. So if this is your first time watching this video, be on my YouTube page, welcome. If this is not your first time you've been rocking with me, thank you for doing so. If you are like, what's going on with this virtual background, the light in the house, and there's a whole story. So this is what you're getting now until your girl gets set up. Unless if I record in the evening time, it works better with the lighting because I could use my ring light. But when I have my face, a little, I like to record because when I'm home, my hair is like, and I don't. So I usually try to do my recordings if I'm going out or like because then I look a little more decent. Yeah. So I just wanted to come on here to record my current season right now. And this video most likely will be posted after the fact. So in January, I'm busy recording now. Today is the 15th of December, 2021. So what I wanted to speak on is depression after graduation. And it's not something that I thought of. And depression, well, it's December time too, so that's another thing that people can go through depression about, that people go through certain things during that time. But so what I wanted to talk about is that specifically because I graduated earlier this year, May 2021, and it's December 2021, and I haven't started working. And I know it's me. This is me just waiting and banking on faith for God to come through for me. I came home in on July 1st, I believe, and July 1st or 4th, one of them. I think it's first. So I came home. I didn't start applying for work up until August because when I came mid-August, because when I came home, I came with the purpose. I wasn't too sure if I was gonna remain, if I was gonna stay in St. Martin, but I came with the purpose to do the conference, Christian faith-based conference, through Kingdom Sisters. Yes, big up to big KS. So I came home and that was my main focus. And I said after that, I'm going to ask God for guidance, ask him, where he wants me to go, if he wants me to stay in St. Martin, if he wants me to leave. It was a whole thing. Trying to figure these things out can be very, because it's like, what should I do? You don't want to make, I don't think there's bad decisions, but you don't want to make a decision that wasn't for you to do. And I personally, I don't believe that if you make a decision, you've prayed about it. Sometimes God tells you verbatim, this is what I want you to do. But I don't think if you make a wrong decision, that God will leave you if you do. So if I were to return to the States, I don't, and I do believe I'm supposed to be in St. Martin, point blank. But I don't think if I were to go in the States that God would remove his hands off of me. So I don't believe that's the kind of God that I serve. So yes, depression after graduation. So I've had days that, especially like yesterday, I I spend the whole day playing dominoes on my phone. I watch Netflix, and it's like, because I don't want to be too much in my mind, and it's like a way for me to deviate and not deal with certain things. I'm a very positive person, and I know the thing with me is I like to be busy. And even before I started job hunting, I was very specific where I wanted to work. A lot of people were suggesting, Christine, why don't you do this? Christine, why don't you do that? And I I I I wanted what I wanted. It could maybe it's a bad thing or a good thing, but I know what's in my heart, and I know wherever I go, wherever I work, I do give my full. But if you know you want something and you know exactly what you want and what you can bring to the table, over these past years, I've learned so much about myself, and I know what I can contribute and also what I can also take in as well. So I know exactly, I had an idea. I know the group that I wanted to work with, and I had an idea of where I wanted to work, like which different departments that I would apply to. So with that being said, I applied to several places. I went to interviews that wasn't even really interested in going to because I honestly there was like a people pleasing thing, because a lot of people was like, Christine, you're working, Christine. It gets kind of annoying. And I know they're not doing it from a bad perspective, but it's not a nice feeling when you're out constantly telling them no, to the fact where I I give so much information that is like I am working on something, it's just taking time, because the job that I've applied for, the one that I really want, I've had 3 interviews and it's looking very promising, but sometimes I like to keep certain information to myself, but I found myself telling people about it because I want them to think and to know that I'm actually putting in work, that I'm not just home doing nothing. And you don't want people, I don't want people to think that I'm lazy. I have times I don't want to be doing nothing because I like my space, but not that I just want to be home, not even being able to provide. So that's another thing, being home and not having, not being able to provide is one thing. So I found different ways to, well, a different way. And I do believe that God is strategic in that, because if I got the job when I got it, there's certain things that He's been showing me I would not have ventured into it. And yeah, yeah. So I thought I had more to say about it, but that's where I am at right now. And if anyone may be going through it, or hopefully if they watch this video and eventually, not eventually, but they graduate and they're wondering what is going on, why they're feeling this way, why they're not getting through, keep the faith. Really, what really keeps me going is my trust in God. Although at this time I don't even have the motivation to open my Bible, because I'm like, God, please, I just want to start. But even through it, I still continue to have conversation with Him, because at the end of the day, God knows our heart. So, and asking Him to give me the strength to be patient with the process, because getting something before I talked about it, getting something before you're ready, then it could have been a blessing, but because you got it before time, then it's not, you know. So if you're going through it or you're about to graduate and you're like, God, I don't know what to do, keep the faith and keep pushing, keep seeking, find a positive way to deal with it. I know that I mentioned, yeah, so find a positive way to deal with those emotions. And I thank God for the people that He has placed in my life. I get time to, God has truly blessed me through my family and my sisters, to be honest, because there are times that I don't feel like it. And I've had like my sisters texting me random I love yous, and asking to go out. Going out is something that I try to refrain from because of funds, but like, so, things like that really helps you. So having a community really helps in when you're going through difficult times, because you might not feel comfortable talking about it. I haven't really spoken to anyone about my, like, this state, because it's not severe depression, but I have those low and high moments, and I keep to myself because I don't want to, and I know it's not a good thing, but it's just there are times that I don't want to feel like I'm being a burden to someone. Again, I know better, but it's to an and I get away from it at times because it's, again, as I said, it's not severe. But I think to my, I'm like, I just want to start so that I can do. And in this season too, it's teaching me to be of service to people. So although I am not able to do financially for people, all I can do is provide my time and help them out where I can. So that's another way that I help, you know, not stay in that state, but using my time to, this time has taught me to use my time to be of service to people. I'm a person that quick to, when God blesses me with money, I don't have no problem spending it or helping someone with the finances that he has blessed me. That's something that I truly want to do. I'm not fazed by money, but I want to have so I can do for others. And this season has truly taught me to, it's not always about what you can do financially, but what you can do of service, what you can do, how you can help someone with maybe a time being a listening ear instead of like, oh, let me go and buy this because I know it would make them happy. So that's definitely something that I've learned from this experience. And yeah, I hope that just me recording this will motivate you in some way, and that it will help you to keep pushing. But I know one of the main reason why I'm doing this, sorry, one of the main reason that I'm recording this is because I haven't spoken to anyone about this state yet. So this is my little therapy session with the Zoom room that you guys will have a little insight on. I think I'm gonna do more of those, kind of. We shall see. All right, guys, have a blessed and a wonderful day. Thank you for listening to my little therapy session with Christine. I think I might do something like that, little therapy because I just have these deep thoughts or random thoughts. And another thing that I want to talk about is vulnerability. And this is going to turn into a long thing. Maybe I might continue. Vulnerability. I used to feel bad because I'm not able to be vulnerable with people. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because it's hard for me to do so. But I heard someone say, let people earn your vulnerability. And I was like, yes, that puts words to my feelings. Ooh, and I observe people, so I try and test it with certain things. And if you fail that test, it's hard for me to be vulnerable. And well, I guess this is not gonna. This is together with this. I won't do a recording of it, but when I do therapy with Christine, this is an idea that just came up. I might do things along those lines. But I don't like doing the one by myself at times, because it's a lot of me hearing myself talk, and I don't like that. But we'll see what God leads me to do with the YouTube for 2022. I have some things jot down that I'm excited of doing, and some equipments that I have to invest in order to make things happen. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to use what I have, and bear with me, guys, until I get everything together, and you guys will see the journey. So thank you for watching today's video. Again, I am hungry, so I'm leaving to go and fix myself something to eat. Have a blessed and a wonderful day. I love you guys. Bye.